name is Pascale Gibon, and I am delighted to welcome you to the Everyday Life Balance Show, the podcast for men and women who want to create more balance and harmony in their life on a mental, physical, and spiritual level. Every Monday, you get access to insights, practical tools, and strategies on well-being, personal development, life fulfillment, and success from experts in their field and from me, your change catalyst. It is my mission to guide you to happiness and help you find greater joy, inner peace, and balance. This is an invitation to you, the listener, to transform your life one step at a time. Welcome to Breaking Barriers, the 5-part journey to overcome fear and embrace success. Let's transform your relationship with fear. Hi, I'm Pascale Gibon, your host, and I'm thrilled you're here. Welcome to episode 353 of the Everyday Life Balance Show. Let's dive right in with the question. Have you ever been on the verge of success, only to find yourself sabotaging your efforts? If so, you're not alone. This is the fear of success in action, and it's what we're here to conquer. Imagine standing at the base of a mountain. The peak represents your dreams, goals, and vision for life. But as you start climbing, an invisible force seems to hold you back. That force is fear. Not just any fear, but the sneaky, paradoxical fear of success. Now you might be thinking, fear of success? That doesn't make sense. Who's afraid of succeeding? Well, more of us than you might think. Let me share a quick story. I once worked with a client, Sarah, who knew she had a book within her. But every time she sat down to write, she found herself cleaning the house, checking emails, doing anything but writing. When we dug deeper, we uncovered a fear story. If she succeeded, people will expect more from her, and she was terrified of letting them down. This brings us to our focus for today, uncovering your fear story. We all have one. It's the narrative we've crafted, often unconsciously, about why success is scary. Maybe you believe you're not good enough or that success would change you in ways you're not ready for. Perhaps you're worried about outshining others or facing new responsibilities. Now you might be wondering why we're starting here with uncovering your fear story. Well, let me tell you, this step is crucial in your journey to overcome fear and embrace success. You see, our fear stories are like invisible scripts running in the background of our minds. They influence our decisions, our actions, and even our inactions without us fully realizing it. By bringing these stories into the light, we can examine them objectively. Think of it like trying to untangle a knot. If you can't see the whole knot clearly, you'll struggle to unravel it. But once you can see every twist and turn, you can start to work it loose, methodically. Similarly, when we understand our fear stories, where they came from, how they've shaped our behavior, and what beliefs they're built on, we gain the power to challenge and change them. We can start to see where these stories might be outdated or based on false assumptions. Moreover, this process of uncovering often reveals that our fears are more manageable than we thought. What seems overwhelming when it's a vague, looming presence in our minds frequently becomes much less daunting when we break it down and examine it piece by piece. So as we dive into this exercise, remember that knowledge is power. By uncovering your fear story, you're taking the first crucial step towards rewriting it. You're laying the foundation for all the transformative work we'll do in the coming weeks. Are you ready? Let's begin. Whatever your fear story is, it's time to bring it into the light. Because here is the truth. What we resist persists. By facing our fear head-on, we can dismantle its power over us. So here is your mission for today, should you choose to accept it. Uncover your fear of success story. Find a quiet space, grab a journal or open a notes app and ask yourself these questions. Number 1, when I think about achieving my biggest goal, what worries come up? Number 2, how might success change my life in ways that scare me? Number 3, what's the worst thing that could happen if I succeed? And number 4, what beliefs do I hold about successful people? And how do they make me feel? As you reflect, be as specific as possible. The more detailed your fear story, the better equipped you'll be to challenge it. Remember, this isn't about judgment. Your fear story isn't silly or irrational. It's a part of your journey. By understanding it, you're taking the first step towards rewriting it. Before we wrap up, let's do a quick visualization exercise. Close your eyes if it's safe to do so. Imagine yourself at the peak of that mountain we talked about earlier. You've achieved your goal. How does it feel? What do you see? Who is there with you? Sit with that image for a moment. This is the success that awaits you on the other side of fear. In our next episode, we'll start dismantling these fear stories and building a new, empowering narrative. We'll also hear from someone who's been exactly where you are and came out thriving. Until then, be gentle with yourself as you uncover your fear story. Remember, awareness is the first step to change. You've already taken that step by being here. I'm proud of you, and I can't wait to continue this journey together. Thank you for listening. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear about it. Share your thoughts or your fear story on social media using hashtag #FacingFear@EmbracingSuccess. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next episode, where we'll dive deeper into transforming these fear stories. Until next time, remember, your success story is waiting to be written. It's time to pick up the pen. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for reviewing and rating the Everyday Life Balance podcast on iTunes. And thank you for subscribing to this podcast so that you can continue to get training each time I release a new episode. I look forward to connecting with you next week. And as always, yes, you can dream it, create it, live it.